difference with Let's Talk Frank. You open that honest conversation, whereas most corporate cultures, they they don't allow a lot, they have a lot of limitations and stuff like that, right? So it's
Yes.
important. I put out a video about changing industries. At any moment, someone can come into an industry and completely change it. That's the power. That's what we have our hands on, to completely change and transform industries based on how we approach doing business instead of being like regular corporate cultures.
Yeah,
That
I'm actually reading a book, Good to Great, and it talks about companies that survived or went from good to great, and they had all these factors and all these aspects, and some of them had like grand CEOs, and in most cases that didn't solve their problems. When they were just a good company, they would hire these great CEOs, you know what I mean, but their philosophies and their culture weren't able to take these companies to the next level.
yeah.
So exactly, right? So um, sometimes it's not about throwing money at a problem and expecting it to go away because you threw money out of it. Sometimes it's really just looking at, how you're connecting with the people around you, or what your product is and how you're connecting with people, whatever it is.
Vision,
It's a really,
vision and leadership.
yeah,
A leader with a strong vision is going to have the most impact. The biggest industry on the entire planet is leadership. And
yes.
and what's one step further than that? Spiritual leadership. So if we can merge those two together into one industry, imagine the type of impact, because it's the most lucrative industry on the entire planet, leadership, literally.
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
and that's what this book is about. It actually talks about the the CEOs that did have the right leadership. That's that I think is actually what the key ingredient was the leadership. So yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. So that's beautiful that you brought that up, because that's exactly what got these companies, you know what I mean, was the leadership.